I listened to Kendrick's stuff recently, and I gotta say, he came out swinging. He murdered some folks.
Like, okay, so I've been following this for past couple of days, like trying to keep up,
Yeah,
because legitimately, like Kendrick, like showed up not just with receipts but with bars.
dude.
Like, I saw somebody like straight up was just like, "Homeboy is like light Yagami from fucking Death Note right now."
Uh huh.
It's scary. Like, I think Meet the Grams sounds like a horror movie.
Yep. Uh huh.
Like, okay, so shit, I was planning on like working our way into this like once we got into like the actual podcast, but fuck it, we're here now. Let's just fucking
Nice.
dissect this.
For real.
Yeah, Walsh can catch up when he gets back.
Yes.
So, I mean, I knew that there was some beef going back a little bit here, because they came up at the same time. Like Drake brought Kendrick on tour, and like they kind of like split after that, and you know that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Like nobody really like saw anything coming. But no,
All right,
like
I'm gonna have a cigarette before we start too.
no, we're already going.
Because I've
We're
been
already going.
oh son of a bitch!
You're just gonna have to catch up.
Give me this many minutes.
All right,
That's
we're just gonna have to
be
recap. Like,
it'll be a fun cut.
yeah.
When you think about beef between either two individuals or like two entities, typically it's rap beef. Not a whole lot of rock and roll bands that tend to go after each other like that. Sometimes,
Yeah.
obviously, but not in the same way.
Yeah, like that was brought up during, I think it was Cultaholics weekly podcast. Like they were talking about like how there'll be like rap beef, and you don't really see that in different genres. Like they were trying to like name like rock bands where like like you don't see like Metallica calling out like Aerosmith or something like that. Like usually when you see shit like that in different genres, it's like within the band themselves, like Steely Dan or some shit.
Right, right.
Like the
I,
closest thing I could think of was back in the day, like Taking Back Sunday and Brand New. Like they hated each other.
yes, because they were on tour together once. Was it Warped Tour? I want to say.
Probably.
And there's some real bad blood between them. I don't know about now, but at least back then. They yeah, I think the biggest reason though for me to why it's so prevalent is like you have rap battles where the whole purpose is to fight each other
Yeah.
using words, whereas like you'd have like battle of the bands, I guess, but they don't go against each other back and forth. That's usually just one plays a song, the next one plays a song, and another plays a song, and then
It's
who's your
it's
favorite, Jimmy?
it's just competitive,
Yeah.
you know?
Which, by the way, I just need to say, Jimmy, you are not in Judgment Day. Not in Judgment Day, brother. You are not.
Who knows now? Because like Judgment Day is fracturing, Bloodline's going like all over the place, dude.
Did we not call this? Did we not call this stuff?
I
Months in
did not
advance?
call them signing Tama.
Yeah, I
Loa.
didn't expect that. Yeah, Tamaloa. Yeah, I didn't expect that either.
Because like legitimately like dude was pretty good, but like ever since he came back from injury, he's been off his game like entirely. Like his shit has not looked solid.
Yeah, I was surprised, but I mean, you have Natalia behind the scenes doing a lot of the training and stuff, especially for recovery. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, maybe we'll see something great come out of him in the meantime.
I hope so because he's been like moving slow. He's not really like tight with his hits or his work. I saw him do like a 619, like I want to say it was like 3 months ago or something like that in New Japan, and it looked worse than Dominic's.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. It's really hard to get, because like Dom sets the bar real fucking low.
Yeah, like he at least like follows through with like the full rotation, and Toa's just like, it was sad. Like he was looking like he was moving not just in slow motion, but it didn't even look like he was committing to the move.
Yeah, that's an issue. That's a real big issue, especially for something as mainstream as WWE. Because don't get me wrong, we've seen a lot of no sells or late sells, stuff like that. Sure, but usually you see one from a wrestler every once in a blue moon in WWE. You don't see it all the time.
Yeah,
and that's not going to fly with the fans.
No, like they've gotten. There's like two like kind of like fans that have erupted in like WWE over the past year. There's people they're just fucking like jazzed to be at a wrestling show and are giving it everything they got. We saw that like just this past weekend at Backlash because it's France. Like they don't get a lot of shows, so they're just excited to be there. And they're all for it. And then you have like these diehards that are back who are like, no, dude, like we want the product to still be good.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be the marks. There's always going to be. But I think when you have a situation where he's too slow, he's no selling or late selling too often. I mean, if he sticks around, he's going to end up mid-card or lower, like jobber level. Just name on the bloodline, kind of like what's his face on the Hart Foundation. Yeah, see, and that's bad because I can't remember the guy's name, but because isn't his daughter wrestling right now?
Dude, you're referring to Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who is Natalia's father.
Yes,
and a cornerstone of the Hart Foundation, actually.
Cornerstone, but jobber still nonetheless. When you look back on it all, the name doesn't stand out. Technically, I'm bad with names to begin with, audience, but still, yeah. But I don't know, man. I could see this working out in the short term if he steps up his game.
Yeah.
So,
now, we were just talking about how we didn't predict Tamaloa being in WWE. Me specifically, seeing him being signed and jumping onto the bloodline, because Homeboy has been trash for the past year. There's some embarrassing matches in the past year with him ever since he came back from injury. If you haven't seen it, I recommend going back to his match with Okada last year. We're talking zero impact on chops. Nothing.
He's coming back for what kind of injury?
Let me look up because I don't remember. And it was something that required surgery.
I mean, he might have been, hey, you're cleared to go, but oh fuck, it still hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it was a rotator cuff or something.
Something like that.
Walsh, explain how you called Tamaloa being introduced into WWE.
I'm sorry, Tongaloa.
Sorry, Tongaloa. I'm dumb. I'm bad with names,
that's
like
I
said.
Yeah, we're bad with names. Right knee. He injured his right knee.
Oh yeah. So
tore MCL.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that might be another year of rehabbing it hard and working. Be back, but maybe. Who knows?
That was in October of 2022.
I mean, I had a piece of wood go through my knee as a kid, man.
Yeah.
You guys know this. And busted up my kneecap real bad. And it hurts every day.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts more as I get older. But ever since then, it always hurt.
Derek's knee can tell when it's about to rain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my knee literally, like, it creaks in the wintertime. It goes,
Yeah.
it's real bad.
When I busted my knee in high school in gym class playing fucking volleyball, yeah, I remember that shit was like this big. Like still
It was
now,
huge.
when I go
Yeah.
from like a squat to like a full extension, I still hear like a. Yeah, that sucked. They had to like stick a needle about this long into my knee to drain it. Hit the bone when he was doing that. That sucked.
Yeah, they had to stick a syringe without the needle on it into my knee to try and clean out the any wood fragments and like splinters and stuff. It sucked. It was like 2 hours before they finally stitched it up.
Yeah, and
They
that
just-
chunk of wood went through like almost your entire leg. Like it was like sticking out.
Yeah, it went out the backside.
Yeah.
And I mean, the doctor said if it went like a millimeter or two up or down, like where the impact and entrance was, I would have lost the lower half of my leg.
Yeah.
So I got real lucky. Real lucky. But yeah, but the injury like that though, he might never ever fully recover from that.
No,
I mean, that those type of injuries take you out of football.
yeah, legitimately. And the fortunate thing about him is he's in wrestling, where you can change your working style to something that is still effective, but he's still like attempting to do like high flying, high impact maneuvers that, like, I'm sorry, his leg won't support anymore.
I mean, starting fresh in WWE gives him a chance to maybe do more of like body style versus.
It might change up his whole, style, I guess, in
His whole
all
moveset.
ways. Yeah, and be like, hey, we're gonna get you doing this, and you're gonna work with these guys, and they're gonna do what you used to do. You don't do that anymore. You catch him.
Yeah, but now like there's the aspect of like you've got fans that are hyper aware of this shit. Like, because I don't know if you guys saw it, but there's like crowd footage from his debut at Backlash. Like he almost missed like coming out and saving that 3 count. Like he was not quick getting out from underneath the ring in time. He almost missed it entirely.
Which makes sense with an injury like that, though. Yeah, I mean, WWE typically, yes, they have cruiser high flying styles, but typically you see body style. And if you're coming out of New Japan and going into WWE, I honestly feel like if you need to change up your game, this is the best time to do it because you're already switching to a style that's a little bit more safe for your injury. And I mean, look at Edge with the neck injury and having to switch how he had to do things. He was out of the game for a while, but when he came back, he was not the same style wrestler. He adapted, and I feel like Tonga's going to have to do it as well.
Yeah, but you look at the formerly known as Edge, now Adam Copeland. Like now, he's trying new things that like he hasn't done in years. Going up against luchadors, doing head scissors and shit. Like,
yeah. What I mean is like for a while we were seeing more of a bruiser kind of style from him instead, to keep his neck and like upper back safe. And it worked for me. Like he has the build.
Yeah.
So.
He was on Swerve's podcast just the other week, and I was listening to it, and he was talking about how, like, when he came back from injury, like, the second match that they had him was Randy in the greatest match of all time at WrestleMania during the pandemic, which, he joked about the name, obviously, like, how the fuck do you call it that? But he was saying that he's got a fused wrist, so he can't, like, bend it back. And he took an RKO, and his wrist was like, no, we don't do that. And he ended up like fucking up his tricep for that.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad
Because he couldn't catch
also,
himself right.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's normally one of the safer moves to have done to you.
It's safe, but it's also still hard impact. There's a lot that you can brace for, but it's still like you're falling flat forward instead of like a back bump,
Instead of a back bump, true. God, that sucks. Yeah, but again, if he's gonna adapt, he can probably make it with more of like a bruiser body kind of style. He just has to be willing to do it.
I mean, it worked for Steve Austin.
It works for a lot of guys.
Don't spit beer on people.
ask for consent first.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if that's your thing, that's their thing. For it, but
Yeah. But I mean, since we're talking about the bloodline, that leads into what I wanted to open up the show with, which was Rikishi dropping a diss track on Hulk Hogan the other day. It's amazing. It's so much fun. It's a tribute to the Iron Sheik and
Yes.
Fat Joe. And he
Yo.
goes in on creative control, doesn't work for me, brother, finger poke of doom. Like, he pulls all of that out of the bag at Hogan. It's great.
Dude, what's with the diss tracks lately? We're back in the diss track era, man. It's crazy. It's like 2016, 2017 all over again.
It's something that I really love. And, like, that's how I want, like, because, talked about this last week. I wanted to talk about guilty pleasures. And originally, I was going to be like, I wanted to admit to like a couple, like, I love me some mobile games. Like, I love me a Match 3 and, like, sitting on the toilet, while you're doing your business.
Oh, yeah.
And, reality TV shows and all that kind of stuff. But then fucking Drake and Kendrick start going with, like, my favorite, like, guilty pleasure of all time. And that's just fucking diss tracks and beef and, like, gossip.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, no one does it like the rap community, though. Seriously,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Like,
I mean,
yeah, I haven't been this excited about diss tracks since, like, MGK decided to step to Eminem and just make the biggest mistake of his career.
dude, straight up just started calling himself Kelly or some shit instead. Like, took the machine gun out of his name.
Just,
Man.
like,
I mean, we saw, was it 2016, 2017? There was the whole diss track phenomenon on YouTube with YouTubers dissing each other. I mean, rap battles have always been a thing, or pretty much always been a thing. But the diss track era itself is something else, man. Like, especially when it comes to Kendrick, because, like, he didn't hold back.
no. I love that
he didn't hold back at all.
incorporated the rap battles into that, because I legitimately saw a tweet like yesterday or something like that where somebody's just like, yo, like, here's how I explain this. This is like a rap battle where after each trade, like, Drake looks to the crowd for acknowledgement. Meanwhile, Kendrick is just staring into the soul
Staring
of
him
Drake.
down.
Just like, I'm going to destroy you.
Yeah. I love watching rap battles on YouTube, and there's like it's huge in the UK.
Yeah.
Most of the videos I end up watching typically are between two people from the UK, and it's a whole different beast out there, but it's still awesome. And yeah, like, if we had to denote this into a rap battle, yeah, Kendrick's like literally looking for applause and like hoping that someone claps for what he just said. Or Drake rather, and Kendrick is like literally staring him down the whole fucking time, just the whole time.
Yeah, dude, there's so many good takes like floating around the internet right now. Like, there's another one where it's like Drake the type to like be staring at a dude, like Drake, from across the street, and then like a bus goes by and he disappears.
Dude, Drake should be hiding right now. Seriously,
There's nowhere for him to hide anymore. Like, legitimately, Kendrick is saying, like, dude, I got dudes in your camp. Like, I got people feeding me information from the inside. Who can you trust? Like, he's got playing the mind games on another level here.
Dude, he's like, the ops are coming from inside the house, brother. Like, for real. This goes to a whole different level. Like, he not only calls him out for child love, as I'll say it, because if I say the other word, we're gonna get, like, just no one will ever see this or hear it if I say that word.
We can abbreviate it to SA, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Which he says he has receipts for, and I wouldn't doubt it, because I do kind of remember this coming up a while back with Drake talking to underage fans.
Yeah,
but it went nowhere.
Like, there was the stuff with Millie Bobby Brown and Billie Eilish. There's a couple other ones where it's just like, I think there was a photo where he posted with like some very young model, when she was 18, but also like people dug through his tweets to like another time, like 3 years prior to that, he was hanging out with her or something like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, because it makes it more gross when you realize that he's also like he chills with Nikki, and Nikki's married to another one of those, which just kind of reinforces the idea that this is a cabal going on, like
Dude.
Kendrick has said.
The art for Not Like Us is straight up Drake's house with a bunch of pins on it. Like, you got those blue dots like surrounding you.
It's crazy, man. He goes after him for that. He also basically he calls him a colonizer, appropriating, growing up on the streets and everything like that. Because he didn't. He had a very privileged like upbringing. So.
Well, yeah, Wheelchair Jimmy was brought up in Toronto, where he was pretty safe.
Pretty fucking safe. He needed the likes of like 2 Chainz and stuff to give him street cred, which ain't gonna work in the long term because people nowadays dig into shit.
Dude,
like,
not only that, like the levels at to which Kendrick went to dismantling him on that is insane. From appropriating the Toronto accent to call out them, copying West Coast gangster style to calling out Drake using a specific diner in Toronto, saying that he'll be there with a gun ready, mocking Drake for getting robbed in Toronto on his own turf, like a couple doors down from there. What's the name of the Chinese place? Like New Ho King, which has gotten like tons of business because of this. People are dropping reviews, giving them like 5 stars on like Yelp and shit.
That's so good. It's so good. God, this is one of the reasons why the internet's awesome, man.
Dude, like,
because
people are like Charlie in Always Sunny in the mailroom, like tying things together with red strings and conspiracy theory. It's so much fun. Like, it's legitimately like conspiracy rap game on another level. People are talking like quadruple entendres and stuff. It's great.
Dude, this is like basically like Pac and Biggie's beef on a like a higher level with deeper cuts.
Personal cuts.
Yeah.
Like, talking about like Drake's got like another like 12-year-old kid that people don't know about that he's been hiding.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt it. I feel like this is because he's also tied to Diddy, isn't he?
He's calling him like exactly the same as Diddy, if not worse.
Well, because I get the feeling that Drake's connected to Diddy more than we expect with this stuff.
I mean, with how
that's a deep fucking rabbit hole in itself. So,
dude, what I love about specifically Diddy is how petty 50 Cent is about that, and how much he just like this is the year of the haters. Okay, we got 50 hating on Diddy. We got just Kendrick, like so much hate, like taking hate to a new level. We got Drew being hater of the year in WWE on CM Punk.
Liv as well now, trying to live her hater era, which I think is working too.
And trying to steal Dom.
You know, more power to her if that's what she's into. Playing into kayfabe here. Go right ahead, sister. Go right ahead. That mullet ain't gonna comb itself.
Might.
It might. If it does, you know what? I'll take it, because I don't have much to comb.
Yeah. It's a smooth looking mullet. That becomes what?
That is a smooth fucking mullet right there, ain't it, brother? But yeah, I'm here for it. We've been joking around for a while now where we bully people in games, like NPCs. But I really feel like 2024 is the year of the bully, and like the respectful bully, because like Kendrick's just not coming out swinging at anyone for anything. You know what I mean? Like these are allegations for something you should be swinging for.
Not only that, he warned him.
Seriously.
Yep.
Fucking. But Kendrick is the GOAT, man. Kendrick is the GOAT. You do not step on his shoes without saying sorry. You do not accidentally brush past his mother without saying sorry. You do not block her from crossing the street. Like, Kendrick will come for you, and he will come for you hard, and he will find not only your history, but your entire family history, and show you why you were raised from degenerates. Like, dude, meet the Grahams. Like, that's a horror story and a murder suicide or a murder and everything all wrapped into one, man. Like, that's insane.
Like, if we really want to dig into the levels on that, like, start off with 616 in LA. Like, homeboy, okay, how many entendres is that with 616 being Father's Day in Canada? It's a callback to Drake's series of timestamps and location songs. There's probably some biblical implications in there as well.
It probably ties into Degrassi somehow.
Yeah. He had Taylor Swift's longtime producer produce on there because, Drake called him out for, working with Taylor Swift and saying that he doesn't make marketable music. And just, like, all of that. Just layers on top of layers. And then the sample he used is an Al Green song, which Drake's uncle played guitar for.
Yep.
Like, he's getting all of the, like, every angle he can get, just adding onto it.
This is like Kendrick's villain arc, and I'm here for it. Like, this is super villain level shit.
Yeah.
He's like, literally, I'm not just going to destroy you. I'm going to destroy you using everything about you.
Like, ultimate anime bad guy vibes.
Seriously. Like you were saying, Light from Death Note. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I get total anti-hero vibes.
Like,
oh, yeah. Well, because, like, people came out swinging about his trans cousin. And Kendrick said, all right, bet. Let's do this. You really want to come out? You really want to do this? I'll give you one shot to take it all back.
Speaking of, shout out to J. Cole for noping the fuck out when he did.
Thank you. I was about to say it.
Because he saw, like, the writing on the walls being like, this shit is about to get nasty and mean and scary. I'm getting out of here now before he comes for me.
I love how he tried to undercut it, though, and be like, nah, this shit's dumb. I think that was basically the quote. And it's just like, well, brother, you started this.
He was
like,
he was trying to stay in it when it was supposed to be friendly. When it was just friends, like, taking little jabs at each other, like, trying to be competitive and shit. And then it turned real. And then it turned into an episode of Chappelle's Show when keeping it real goes wrong.
Dude, I mean, like, people are coming out with wiffle bats, and Kendrick's like, nah, motherfucker, I got rocket launchers. Fuck you. I'm dual wielding this shit.
Not even that. He doesn't have rocket launchers, dude. He's got C4 taped underneath their chairs on a timer for the exact moment they fuck up because he knows when they're going to do it.
But
He told him.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, they told him he's coming in with a javelin. They're like, he's got, like, a little spear, whatever. What comes walking in with a missile launcher?
The frickin' the surface-to-air javelin missile that America we make is what he actually came with. Oh man,
You misunderstood. I like Roman little. What's the Pilum?
yeah, Pilum. Yeah, it's a type of javelin / spear.
Dude, it just,
Yeah, that actually is a baller weapon, by the way.
yeah.
A history.
You know what weapon I've never been able to actually do that I've tried a few times and I can't is the Atlatl.
Doesn't make sense.
Can't do it. Tried. Can't do it. But if you gave Kendrick an Atlatl, he would turn it into a fucking nuclear bomb and use it against you.
Just vision. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need that.
Man. I know I've said it a few times on this podcast, and I know I've beat it into you guys over and over the years, but Kendrick's the GOAT, man. He's the fucking GOAT. You do not go up against him. This is like Machine Gun Kelly calling out fucking Eminem, and Eminem's like, bet.
Dude, he wasted no time responding to him, too, and just completely destroyed him at the same time. It's hilarious.
It's like he had this already on the back burner just waiting. Just fucking waiting. Like,
Dude.
just sitting there on the shelf, like, go ahead. Go ahead, I've got my secret weapon right up here. He's like Batman. He prepared for this shit.
People have been saying he's been cooking on this for like 14 years or some shit.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I've got notebooks, motherfucker.
I wouldn't doubt it, man.
I wouldn't doubt it, but also at the same time, like, he is still staying, like, on topic, relevant, and, like, he's prepared. It's insane that, like, he called all the shots ahead of time and was like, okay, you know, let's pull out the receipts. Let's see what you got. I got mine. You know, talking about how, like, I know you ain't got shit because he's put, you know, cash on the streets and his, you know, crew come back with nothing. He's talking about, like, just having the photos of Drake's prescriptions for, you know, generic Ambien and what's the weight loss drug with his legal name on there.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like the Maybach glove, all of that. He's prepared, and oh god,
This is why he's my favorite. Yeah. Like he just consistently proves it. If Eminem is the rap god, then Kendrick Lamar is rap's Batman. I'm just gonna say that now.
Yeah.
You give Kendrick any time to prepare, he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck you up.
Like, Slim Shady is a guy who can react quickly and be completely vicious and make something that will, you know, regret you ever stepping foot out your front door. Kendrick, on the other hand, is precise. He's a fucking scalpel. You know, like, he's ready to go when something shows up because he's already prepped for it. You know, he anticipated the turn.
Got shark repellent in the helicopter.
Exactly.
When Batman sat on that chair, was it the Mobius chair?
Well, the one that made him like a god.
Yeah. That's essentially Kendrick right now.
Yeah.
Like, he knows all. He sees all. And he will rap about it all.
And he'll be honest the entire time.
God.
It's scary.
God. It's terrifying. If any of you haven't listened to it already, I highly suggest listening to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us and Kendrick Lamar's Meet the Grams.
Yeah.
These are nuclear bombs.
And 616 in LA.
Oh,
and Euphoria.
Yes.
Like,
and Euphoria. Yep.
all 4 diss tracks dropped in less than a week.
Less than a fucking week. Dude. And seriously, like, if we were like a couple months ago going to be saying this is the diss track era, back when it was between Meg the Stallion and Nicki popping off, I would have been like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, obviously Meg destroyed Nicki. Like, that's clear as day because, like, that's easy to do.
Yeah.
But at the time, I would not have said, no, this is not the diss track era. But I believe so now. I really do. But props have to go to Meg, though, because I think Meg kind of set the standard for this.
Yeah.
She showed that you can have production value, you can have bars, and you can have the fucking truth. So.
Yeah. Now Kendrick is going to be out here just inspiring a whole new generation of haters.
Dude, I'm fucking here for it. I'm fucking here for it. Dude, the world needs more anti-heroes.
Yep.
So.
So, I want to get back to what I really wanted to talk about, which is guilty pleasures. I wanted to hear some of your guys' stuff. Because, I mean, right off the bat, I would say up until like a couple of years ago, I would have said wrestling was my guilty pleasure because nobody gave about shit wrestling two fucks for a long time there. Mm-hmm. And I would still like drop in and out. But it was always kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like I'll catch it when I can. Like I'm not going to obsess over it. But still, it wasn't those things that you talked about. You know?
Yeah, I get that. Like you got me back into wrestling years back. I was one of those. I was like, nah, no, I'm just not into this anymore. Post McMahon era, though, yeah, it has been awesome, especially watching some of the stuff I missed for WWE. But AEW is what really got me to want to watch wrestling again. But I wouldn't count it as a guilty pleasure because I don't mind telling people that I watch wrestling.
Yeah, not anymore. Like,
not anymore.
It's at a new boom where it's culturally relevant again. It's popular like it hasn't been in forever. And it's making money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Many promotions are seeing a big rise right now. Even the smaller indie scale promotions are seeing a big rise right now in seats being filled. I'd say a guilty pleasure for me, we talked about it before on the podcast, but like schlocky TV.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch like reality TV. It's not usually because like I enjoy it. It's like a love-hate kind of deal, like 90 Day Fiancé. I love watching how embarrassing we are as Americans. I think that's the biggest reason I watch it personally, because I feel like we are such a narcissistic people that when you put us outside of the U.S., we look like fucking aliens to people.
Like, wait, you don't understand that all these other people have their own lives, feelings, thoughts, experiences? Like,
yeah.
Each one of those people is the main character in their own story, and you're a side character in every one of them.
Yeah, no, I think I was lucky to learn very early on in my life that I am the side character in my own fucking story, too. I am not the main character whatsoever.
I like being an observer of the overall story.
Yeah.
Just sit back and just be like, okay, I'm going to hang out here. Like, you know, one of the side characters in Lord of the Rings who doesn't get involved with the Fellowship. They just kind of like, oh, yeah, I was here too, but I'm not getting involved in any battles.
Yeah, I was Archer 12 off to the side there. We got here right after the battle ended. But I got to watch it from the distance as I was walking up.
I'd want to be one of Elrond's sons. Like, no, you're great, and we should send you on that, but we're not gonna. We're gonna send the unqualified two hobbits with to the point where you're not even important enough to put you in the midst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be one of the Eagles.
That's where I was at. Dude, in my head, yeah. Show up at the end, save the day, get tons of glory and praise. Zero risk.
Zero fucking thank you, baby. That's exactly what I was just thinking now, too. Zero risk. I get all the reward. I look like a fucking badass the whole time. And everybody's like, will be like, why didn't we ask them sooner?
Yeah, but I'm back in Rivendell like, oh, everything worked out? Guess I'll go on vacation.
Yeah, nah, shit on your fucking wagon as you're going to your vacation as I fly above you. My big old giant eagle shit. Fucking kablam!
Start a whole nother war.
Just like
I'll fine. The end of my story is I'll make another fucking evil ring and just pass it into the world as I go. Like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yep. Sail across the world into the dying lands and never come back.
Hey everyone, this is how you end the world. You all have that option now. Goodbye.
He Silmarillions his ass out of the appendix.
Yep.
Goddamn right.
But yeah, like that, like I like stuff like that for guilty pleasures, though.
Yeah.
I like the idea of seeing how we are to other people. The first time I saw it, I very much was like, wow, I didn't realize we were that bad. But ever since then, I've gotten hooked. So anytime I see something where it's Americans having to interact with people from other countries, I'm probably going to watch it because we just are awful people. We are awful people when you put us abroad.
The reverse of that is I enjoy more hopeful, optimistic reality TV. Like, we just got finished watching Physical 100 Underground.
Yeah.
And everybody on that show is supportive of everybody else. They're all very uplifting. They're all very wholesome. Like,
That's
no
the
villains.
Korean show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that that'd be cutthroat.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Physical 100 is they take 100 people of different backgrounds and they put them in grueling physical competition with each other until there's like one person left. And it's intense. It's insane. And it's very, like I said, it's wholesome. They're all supportive of each other. They're in direct competition with each other, and they're still like cheering each other on.
Yeah, I want to say you brought it up a couple
awesome.
weeks ago. I haven't watched it yet, but I did see some clips though when I was editing that podcast.
Yeah.
Looking to maybe add some clips. I only added like a still frame or two of the show, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. I might have to actually watch that.
Yeah.
So
good.
What's your guilty pleasure, Walsh?
Yeah.
Right now, I would have to say it's watching debates on, like, I don't agree with either side.
Oh.
And I want to watch these two people argue out why each one is fucking stupid and be sitting there like, no, see? Yeah, he's right that you're wrong. He's right that you're wrong. And the two of you are so fucking thick-headed, you can't see that.
So it's you're watching Flat Earth versus Cube Earth debates.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched some weird shit like that, absolutely. And it's like, no, the Earth can't be flat because of this. It's like, see, he's right. It's like, yeah, but the Earth can't be a cube because of this. And like, yeah, he's right too. So it's not flat, it's not a cube. Huh? Get there. Come on, you can get there. And they don't get there.
My favorite version of Flat Earth that's erupted is, you know how there's like the ice wall in the theory of the Flat Earth? It's that the ice wall has encased completely around it into a sphere, and the Earth, like all the continents are like just a little bubble right up here, and it's still a sphere, but it's an ice sphere now.
It's an ice sphere. So they're slowly getting to sphere. They're slowly coming forward to sphere.
Squish, and we're there.
God, wait till we have to explain what oblate spheroid means. God damn it.
Oh, man.
I mean, all of us truth tellers know that it's a donut-shaped Earth.
Oh, a Taurus, yeah.
Jelly filled.
Jelly filled.
No,
hot magma.
Yeah, I respect that because that's just like straight up hate watching something, you know?
Yeah, I respect that too.
Yeah.
I respect that too. That's awesome.
I'm trying to think if there's anything in particular recently that I watched just because I hated it. I unabashedly guilty pleasure is terrible movies too. Like just straight up bad movies. You know, Wrestlers versus Zombies. Watch that. That's fucking terrible. It's so bad.
Zombie Strippers, another bad one. Mm-hmm. Hilarious though, but bad.
All the Neil Breen movies.
Those are fucking treasures. What are you talking about?
Dude.
Neil Breen is in real life a CIA agent who only needs a simple satellite dish from someone's roof and
their direct TV dish,
yeah,
and 6 laptops that are turned off,
all from 1992.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, the Lenovo Think books or whatever they were called.
And a freaking Nokia brick phone.
Yeah,
and that man can take down the government.
And a crescent wrench.
What people don't understand is these movies you watch are actually just reenactments of his life. Mm-hmm. This is Neil Breen's real life that he just decides to put to paper, and it gets turned to film.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, there's
Neil Breen is a treasure.
He is. He's a treasure that should be, buried into a padded cell and kept a close eye on and heavily medicated. But yes, a treasure.
Neil Breen's The Room. I want to see that. Neil Breen's rendition of The Room.
Which room?
Any of them. Fucking any of, because he'll do them all in one fucking movie. You know him.
Yeah, because he's got the green screen now. He can just change the background.
God, it's sad that I have more production value than early fucking Neil Breen with this simple green screen behind me.
Yeah, we don't have a drone yet, though. He's got that.
Yeah, he does have a drone. We need a drone.
I've got a crappy one.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, there we go.
We're set.
There we go.
It has to stay within Wi-Fi.
Definitely shitty movies is also a guilty pleasure of mine. But you know that, Alex, because we watch Red Letter Media.
Religiously.
Yes. We've tried to get Walsh to watch Red Letter Media. It hasn't worked out.
No, you don't care.
I do highly recommend watching them, though, audience, if you've never seen them. They go over, like, B, C, D list movies. So you don't have to.
Yeah.
And they are a treasure. They are a Wisconsin treasure, full of cheese. And beer. You have the absolutely most famous person in the world on there, Rich Evans, who has overshadowed Ellen over the years.
Rightfully so.
Yes.
Turns out.
Yes. But they're great, and they got me to really actually want to sit and watch bad movies. Not just like on accident, but to actually purposely look and be like, ooh, that one looks really bad. I'll watch that.
Yeah, like mine goes back to like MST3K, because I feel like we all like that was the introduction to bad movies for me, you know?
Yeah. Rubber is another one.
Ooh. The sentient tire.
Yeah.
So bad.
What was the horror movie with the turkey?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. That's another horrible one. Perfect schlocky bullshit to watch, though, honestly.
Yeah. The classic trauma films, you know, Tromeo and Juliet, Toxic Avenger, Trauma High. Yeah.
Toxic Avenger is, like, actually good, though.
There's a new one coming out with Peter Dinklage that they announced forever ago. We got a short teaser and nothing.
I wonder if that was just a studio ploy to make money off of a trailer, honestly, because I've heard nothing of it since.
Yeah. I mean, it could be like how like Canon did back in the day, where they would make the movie poster, sell the movie based on the poster, and then go film it with the money that they made from selling the movie.
Oh, we should do that.
It worked.
I bet we can make it work.
Yeah, I'm sure Chuck Norris is still like banging around somewhere that we could hire him for, you know, pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, like while he uses that thing he used to do the commercials for while he's screaming right-wing craziness at Kevin Sorbo in his face.
Flex? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't do Bowflex. I don't remember what the thing was. It was at an angle, and it was like, the whole point was like, oh, I'm like 112 years old and I can do this. You can too.
This is how you learn to roundhouse people. It's like you're doing arm exercises.
He's like, let me tell you about the time my pointy hat mask thingy got bent.
All right, there's another guilty pleasure, though, is Chuck Norris movie.
Yeah.
Old school Chuck Norris was awesome.
What's the one with the kid? Sidekicks.
Sidekicks, yeah.
Or
I don't
Walker,
know.
Texas Ranger.
I was waiting for someone to bring that up because it was inevitable. You have to. That honestly kept his career alive for a long time and helped fuel the Chuck Norris memes.
Yeah.
Like when he drop kicks through the car and his foot perfectly goes between the steering wheel and like the top part of the steering wheel and the middle part where it connects to the actual vehicle and kick the guy somehow back upwards and into his face. Only Chuck Norris can do that.
Yeah, that's true. Specifically,
Like
Walker, Texas Ranger, Chuck Norris can do that.
Yes. Not only that, his hat stayed on the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
Why would it not? The hat knows better than to disrespect Chuck Norris.
Not only that, but Chuck Norris knows how to masturbate while choking himself and not accidentally kill himself.
Yeah.
That takes a level of martial arts mastery that some have never achieved.
Yeah, only David Carradine and that dude from NXS.
Yep. We're awful fucking people. Why do we do this?
Because we're awful fucking people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it was worth it. The joke was worth it.
Yeah, it was. Oh man.
Oh man, but yeah, like old school Chuck Norris, man.
Yeah. Invasion USA.
Yeah.
Delta Force.
Yup.
All of those. Oh man.
Not Delta Force 3, but Delta Forces 1 and 2. Fuck yeah.
Got and even
Expendables.
yeah.
Wait, which one was he in? Like 3?
2 or 3?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was either 2 or 3.
They all blend together
One
immediately. It's all one movie.
I mean, if you watch them all back to back, it almost is one continuous story, surprisingly.
Yeah.
So,
There's a story?
kinda, yeah.
Yeah, actually, speaking of like movies that run back to back that just blur together, another guilty pleasure of mine specifically is the Fast and the Furious movies.
I still have not gotten past the third movie.
The third movie is like after that is when things start getting batshit crazy and fun. You know,
What do you mean that's when? I've seen the second one.
dude, the
second
second one doesn't
one,
compare. Honestly,
The second one at least follows the storyline of the first one. Like, you can watch those two back to back, and you almost have a continual story. Almost.
Yeah.
But then you hit the third one, and it's just this random fucking, like, hillbilly kid who, like, apparently has to go up against the rich boy in America and, like, lose the race so he can go into Japan or wherever, and then go up against the rich boy there.
yeah.
Well, yeah, they weren't in a mountain town, so they couldn't ski after each other and do that big epic scene.
Yeah.
So,
The kid-
cars.
Yeah, Derek, the kid from Home Improvement didn't know how to ski either, so they had to use
Oh
cars.
my god, that's right. It was Brad from Home Improvement.
It was, yeah.
It was Brad. Fucking Brad, man. Mm-hmm. Oh god, whatever happened to that guy?
Drugs.
Because that. Wait.
And jail.
Oh my god! I thought you said frogs, and I was like,
No, drugs.
what?
There
Where
could be
did
frogs. There could be frogs.
What happened with the frogs? Did
He's
he turn
actually-
them gay?
No, he's got a little business down in Louisiana. They fry him up and serve him.
So his customer base is frogs.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's a small customer base, but
No, there's tons of frogs in Louisiana. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Yeah.
Actually, where his main residence is.
That was like the last movie he was ever in. I'm assuming.
Could be. I know.
It was bad.
The mom was interviewed from Home Improvement not too long ago on like a podcast or something like that, and they were talking like, would there ever be like a reboot? And she's like, no. Like, Tim's a prick, Brad's in jail, he's a convict or whatever, and the other two don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jonathan
man.
Taylor Thomas went behind the camera for years.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
producing, I think.
The youngest kid, he married someone like 20 years older than him when he was like 18 or 19,
No, for real?
and it was like really weird. And they might still be married for all I know. That was the last time I ever heard of him, though. Was back in like 2003 or 4 when they got married.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. But why would you want to go onto a show with someone who's a known douchebag like fucking Tim Allen?
I know. What the hell happened to him? Oh, wait,
Like-
never mind. He got famous.
Well, okay, he likes to blame like woke culture on his previous show getting canceled or whatever.
It ran
I
for
watched-
years.
I watched that show like 4 or 5 times back in the day. It was a bad fucking show. It was boring as fuck. I was surprised it lasted as long as it did.
I think it was more or less like that's a good example of like the problem with like the comedians from like our younger years now talking about woke culture, because they just don't seem to realize that like classic like 3-camera setup sitcoms don't really work in today's environment as they used to,
Like, they still can, but it's not going to be received in the same way as it was back in the day.
Yeah, because Seinfeld tried the same thing just this past week, saying that PC woke culture has prevented comedies from like reaching the levels. Like, he was saying like you couldn't get Seinfeld made today, And we're like, Seinfeld?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, please.
Yeah. Like, legit.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, please.
Yeah. Like, Larry David is showing to be, like, the real, like, creative force behind Seinfeld after all these years.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm sorry, Jerry, you are the worst aspect of your own show.
Jerry Seinfeld looks like back in the 90s, looks like the 30-year-old who would go to a high school to take a 17-year-old to prom. Oh, wait. He already did that.
Yeah, he did exactly that.
Jerry Seinfeld is probably part of one of those child love cabals, man. Like, he's creepy.
He's definitely creepy. He's certified creep. And I think he was just doing it to promote his new movie, which got review bombed immediately because it's fucking apparently terrible.
I mean, it's Jerry Seinfeld. Like, the coffee and cars and shit with other people. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think that was ever really that good.
I mean, B-movie just exists as a meme.
Yeah, it's just a meme. It's not about him. It's
I forgot that existed.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many gross moments in it that are used as memes now because it's memeable.
It is. Because it's that bad.
There's a whole entire YouTube videos that are dedicated to saying, like, putting the all the words to B-movie down, but like every time it says something in the script, they then restart the script over again, so it's like this perpetually never-ending fucking script. It's like 10 hours of the B-movie script.
On top of which, I think there is also like an AI-generated Twitch stream, like parody of Seinfeld that was running, where it was just like continuously generating like new stories and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure they got banned from Twitch for like some transphobia shit.
Well, yeah, that's on brand for Jerry. So I mean, if anything, they were just living up to the Seinfeld kind of style. So
It's just hilarious that they got an AI Seinfeld got canceled.
if you give an AI Seinfeld a long enough time, it will feed into transphobia and into bigotry.
Yeah.
It's just a guarantee. It's just a guarantee.
Yeah, it's 1,000 monkeys locked in the room writing Shakespeare.
Yep.
Eventually it'll happen.
Except instead of, like Romeo and Juliet, you get Soup Nazi.
Yeah, God.
Yep. That's the only one I remember, really. I used to watch that when I was a kid. I fucking hated that show. I was forced to watch it with my parents.
Yeah, like I tried rewatching some of it not that long ago, and it's not that it just aged horribly and like out of date like style of humor. It's this that you quickly realize that all the characters on that show are just terrible people. And they're not portrayed as terrible people, but they are.
Which is weird because like you can just use Costanza alone and like he's a disgusting human being. And yet he's not portrayed as a disgusting human being, yet all of his actions show he is.
Yeah, like it's just played for laughs. Like we made the comparison of Always Sunny, just a couple minutes ago. They're all portrayed as horrible people and act like horrible people, and they get repercussions for being horrible people.
Yes. Like the entire time it's not a secret that these people are awful human beings in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The whole point is to laugh at how awful they are and for them getting the repercussions of their actions. Like, and not only that, Seinfeld couldn't be done today. Literally, Always Sunny in Philadelphia was on mainstream TV.
It's still going.
So, some of the storylines in that, can be pretty fucking on the knife's edge. They know how to ride that edge. That's the whole point.
Rob McElhenney responded to like a tweet or something like that from Seinfeld's like news articles that were blowing up with just a single word response, probably, and a photo of Rickety Cricket at his most like degenerate level in the show.
Yes, thank you. Oh God, Rickety Cricket. But yeah, I guess you know what? At the end of the day, it's Jerry Seinfeld. He's got a lot of money, so he must be right.
Yeah, nobody cares. Fuck billionaires.
Yeah, fuck him. It's unethical.
Elon Musk has a bunch of money, and he's a fucking moron. More than
Yeah.
half the time. A lot of the time.
Like almost like 90% of the, like almost 100% of the time.
Yeah, I don't want to say 100% of the time, but like
100% of the time.
not 100% of the time, but close to.
Like ever since he called that guy who was trying to save those boys stuck in a cave a pedo, he's been wrong about pretty much everything.
Well, that's when people started actually realizing, oh wait, he didn't create the Tesla. He bought Tesla, basically. Yeah. He did not create SpaceX. He bought SpaceX and then rewrote the history of SpaceX and Tesla to make it look like he was the founding creator.
Yeah, that's just his MO these days.
That's his MO. He has emerald money. That's the only reason he was able to do any of this. Yeah,
I love that. I think it was like a couple years back now where he was just like saying like, yeah, I want to give out like a bounty reward for anyone that can prove that I got money from an emerald mine. And his dad, of all people, responded being like, yo, do I qualify for that? Because I can do that. His dad, which by the way is an even bigger fucking freak than him.
The apple does not fall far from the tree on this one.
Yeah, his dad's disgusting.
His dad, I believe, right now is married to a woman that is half Elon's age.
And related to him.
And related, yeah, like second cousin or something like that. Yeah, it's really gross. He came from money. His money is coated in blood.
Yeah.
He is such a good fucking businessman that he was able to buy Twitter for $44 billion and basically make it worth $10 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
talent.
Yeah, great business guy.
Yep. So much so that your own children don't want to have anything to do with you.
Yep. He's such a good business guy that the board members of Tesla are literally begging him to shut up. So, if that gives you any impression on how amazing of a business guy he is, it should give you the impression he is the best.
Yeah.
He puts the EST in bestest business guy.
Yeah.
That Cybertruck's gonna hit big. You just watch.
Oh my god.
Everyone's gonna have one. It's bulletproof. Gotta have it for the apocalypse.
I love the fact that you can't take it through a car wash because water will pool in the frame.
Yep. And it will destroy the wiring immediately and short circuit the vehicle and completely kill it.
I'm saying it rained yesterday, so it's gonna happen somewhere. It rains.
So here's the thing. Apparently, in the contract for buying this thing, it does state to never wash it, even though it has a car wash mode.
Yeah.
So
It has a car wash mode?
Yes, it's a button you press that's meant to keep the vehicle safe while in the car wash, so that all the electronics and everything and the mirrors and all that are like tucked in and safe. But all that happens is your vehicle gets murdered by a drop of fucking water. And then you read your contract and go, oh, wait, if I take this thing through the car wash, I don't get my fucking money back.
You know what my favorite little bit about that is, too? The automatic windscreen wipers are faulty, and there's no physical button to turn them on past doing just like the mist, where it just does like a couple quick ones. Like, there's no way to adjust how often. It's insane to me. It's just like, how do you do this?
Seriously, how is this allowed to become a fucking vehicle? Like, how many people did you fucking pay off in the government? Like, because there's no way. When he was like, oh, it's bulletproof, and the dude put a baseball into the window?
Immediately.
A baseball.
Baseball's not a bullet, Derek.
He's got a point.
He's got a point.
He's got a point.
You know what? You got me there. I was about to be mad at you. I was about to be really fucking mad at you. But then I realized I walked into that, actually. I walked into that. I like, you set the snare. I was the rabbit. I came running through the kill line, and it got me.
Yep.
But yeah, this
don't do that.
Don't ever do that.
Don't. Please don't.
But no, this is it's sad because a lot of people got duped, and even though I don't feel sorry for all of them, I do feel sorry for some of them.
Yep.
Not everybody knows the bullshit going on with him when walking into this stuff. So,
I mean, the sheer fact of like the accelerator pedal coming off and locking in place because it was glued in place. The cover of it is still like there was a Penny Arcade comic about it a while back. I think it was like a week or two ago, where they were talking about them having to recall Teslas, and they were saying like, yeah, initially we were like, yeah, no, like the only people that are going to get hurt are people driving Teslas, and we didn't really give a shit. But then somebody pointed out that this could cause, people who don't drive Teslas get hurt. They're like, yeah, buddy, recall city, gotta do it now.
Yep.
Like, innocent people could be hurt. Sorry.
Did you guys see the? I want to say it was like WGN or something like that. Did a report on self-driving cars, and they found that Teslas almost all but when they find a kid, it goes at the kid. Like
target mode.
Yeah, no, like other
vehicles
will. Yeah, like other vehicles would stop like immediately when it would sense a child or whatever, right? The Tesla would speed the fuck up and go at it. Like, I'm gonna murder this fucking child.
The dashboard just starts blinking on Connor found.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was weird. It was like he's made Decepticons essentially.
Essentially, yeah. He is straight up a supervillain.
Yep.
Yeah, he is Lex Luthor in the grand scheme of things, it turns out.
When you call a guy a P word because he's trying to save some children stuck in a cave in Thailand or Laos or wherever it was, it doesn't matter where the country was at the end of the day. It doesn't fucking matter. But when he's all he's doing is trying to help, and that's how you start this shit off because no one liked your shitty submarine idea that the kids would be dead by the time you finished the fucking concept art. Like, fuck you. Fucking billionaires are unethical. Eat them all. They don't need salt because they're full of it.
Mm-hmm. And fat. They got that good marbling.
Yep.
Just sounding like bacon now.
Yeah.
Just you just need a nice easy marinade, like some teriyaki sauce, a little bit of fucking, little bit of thyme, a little bit of sage, and maybe some garlic.
Yeah,
and like some lemon zest.
Yeah, mince up some garlic, drizzle it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Ooh, some shallots in there to marinate with it.
Fucking love some shallots, dude. Yeah,
brother, I'll eat every fucking billionaire you coat them in that shit. Dude, every fucking one.
I made some wraps the other day that I'm thinking I'm gonna call them like the Mr. Satan veggie wraps. Yeah, I got some Satan and just some portobello mushrooms, some pickled onion. And I just put those in some wraps with some arugula, some grape tomatoes, and just like a little bit of red pepper hummus. Dude. And then some feta cheese. It was so good.
Yo. Mm-hmm. I made tacos the other night, like 3 or 4 nights ago, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I marinated the steaks, cooked them on the grill, and I marinated salmon and cooked that on the grill. Mm-hmm. And added some like lemon and lime and some cumin and stuff like that to give it kind of like a like what you would expect from like a taco seasoning, kind of.
Yeah.
And I made tacos.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then I cooked butter and chopped up garlic in the grill as well. And then I coated the steak after I cut it into strips.
Oh man!
And put it on the salmon as well after I shredded it because it just came right off the skin, man. One fork. I didn't even need 2, just one fucking fork.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
So fucking good. I normally don't eat that much. I eat a lot because I normally only like one big meal a day. Otherwise, I like kind of graze. But fuck, did I pig out, man?
Yeah, that's a pig out, man.
Oh, dude, I was sick by the time I was done. I had the meat sweats.
Dude, you're making me miss Taco Madre.
Taco Madre's so good. They're even better now since you've been gone.
For real?
They redid the inside.
Yeah.
They redid the inside. When you left, they still had the awesome menu.
Yeah.
With some of the crazy tacos and everything. They've only expanded on it, and now they do like weekly style tacos.
Oh man.
So they always have like a weekly new option. Taco Madres, man, so fucking good.
Dude, my go-to was that one with pineapple and Chihuahua cheese. It's so good.
The one that I had last, it was a barbacoa with mango salsa.
Ooh.
And oh god, what was it? It was like a vinaigrette guacamole. Like, it was so fucking good. It was so fucking good.
God damn.
One of the best parts about living in Illinois, man, is you get some of the best fucking like Mexican fusion food and shit. Like,
Dude, just some of the best food.
Oh.
You know, you go to Chicago, there are some restaurants out there that are just fucking mind-blowing.
yeah, dude.
When you
Like,
Yeah,
some
like-
of them are just fucking hole in the walls too. You wouldn't even expect it to be good, but it hit like some places like Mr. Beef has like the best fucking beefs.
I have no idea what the place is called. Went to a concert and then got out at like 1 a.m. 2 doors down, this little Mexican restaurant that was open. The best fucking tacos,
Mhm.
best chips and salsa. Like, there's a place over in Batavia right by the city hall. Amazing salsa.
Oh yeah, I know that place. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's like Tacos Cezanne or something.
Something like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I've
Yeah.
gotten... God,
Oh
like-
yeah, the shop was right by there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the number of times I got just, like, you know, like fucking onion cilantro tacos from there with just some salsa was so... Oh, man.
Oh, the salsa warm with the chips. It's so
Mhm.
good.
So good. So good.
Fuck.
Man.
I love talking about food.
If we're gonna keep talking about food, I'm gonna have to get something to fucking eat, man. Because like I'm starting to get hungry now.
Okay, all right. Let's just cover like a couple other things here real quick because we got to tie back to some wrestling because I don't want to go another week without talking about Kenny coming back.
Oh,
Because,
fish tacos though.
dude, come on. Homeboy finally came back.
Yes.
My man, you know, he's dealing with diverticulitis, goes out, cuts a promo talking about like how if he takes a shot to the gut could kill him, and then he takes a
Yep.
chair right to the guts
Yep.
and sells it up into the next show because they had a rollover and they're taking him out in the gurney and the elite just dump him off a gurney.
Yes. His face to face with Okada.
Yeah.
Dude, that gave me New Japan vibes, like hardcore, man.
Dude, one of the greatest
Hardcore.
matches of all time, Wrestle Kingdom 17. Those two.
Yep.
Oh, if we get
One of
another
the best
one,
matches ever.
best bout
Yeah,
machine standoff.
I honestly believe he just wanted to be a part of it because they were in the area.
Oh yeah,
Because he's not actually ready to go back in the ring for real.
yeah.
But goddamn, was that needed, man? Just seeing him walk down. Oh god, it was
Like
so good.
Justin Roberts doing the intro with the North Carolina. Like, I love that moment. Like, that is Justin Roberts introing Kenny Omega is one of my favorite things in wrestling, bar none. Like the absurd facts that they come up with, like talking about how he weighed like in at like, you know, like 230 pounds at the IHOP that morning or something like that. Like, yeah, Jesus. It's so like AEW feels right when Kenny's on screen, you know?
Yes. It feels like home.
Yeah.
Honestly, when he is there. It's not that it doesn't when he's not, but there's more of like like daddy's home kind of thing. Like, yay, little kid mode. Because when he entered in, man, I got goosebumps.
Like,
Like, we
he
kinda had-
had the cleaner sunglasses on.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Like,
I'm so fucking happy.
I just want him to come back like full cleaner, full like Terminator mode. Bring on like the supervillain arc of like Kenny, like, okay, you guys fucked shit up. Let me show you how to do this properly now, and go full on next level, like taking over the world. Like combine the cleaner, combine the belt collector eras, and just let him run. I want that so bad.
I need the leather jacket back.
Bring back the girls with the brooms doing the entrance on the.
Yeah, dude. Oh, god damn it, dude. I fucking love Kenny.
Yeah.
I fucking love Kenny, dude. He's such a treasure. He is such a goddamn treasure.
Yeah. Oh, God. So I had to get that out of my system before we broke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, because I've been watching clips after the fact, too. Like, because it keeps giving me goosebumps seeing him come back.
Yeah.
Because I know it's not fully back, but it was enough to hold me over for a while.
Yeah. I just want him to have I want him to be healthy, of course, you know. And I've been reading a lot of people who have like spoken from experience with diverticulitis and being like, yeah, no, if he got the surgery, you'd be able to see because there'd be huge fucking scars. Reportedly, there is a newer surgery that they can do with I can't remember the name of the robot arms that do the surgery that leaves very minimal scarring that they go in through like your navel or something like that, but.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, this type of stuff is a lot less invasive than it used to be. My grandma has had 2 knee replacements. You boys remember the first one? It was hell for her.
Yeah.
The scar went from like 4 or 5 inches above her knee to 4 or 5 inches below the knee. Mm-hmm. But her second knee replacement, the scar is like 3 inches.
That's insane.
Yeah. Less invasive.
Yeah, they did surgery on a grape, dude.
Yeah. What they can do now with vasectomies with that, where they just open a pore and go in with the little robot and do the little cauterization snippy snips.
Mm-hmm. Actually.
A lot of this stuff is a lot less invasive.
Serious note.
Yeah.
Right?
Mental note for later.
I mean, just tell me in advance so I can buy you some peas.
Yeah.
That's nowadays you should be able to, go in, get it done, be fine coming out. Days off of work.
Brother, we are men. We have man colds for a reason. We are babies when it comes to everyday things that other people deal with all the time and just put up with. Do you think you can't just milk this for a week?
Get some free ice cream out of it? Come on.
Yeah. What are you talking about, brother? Milk the fuck out of this. If you're going to do it, you milk the fuck out of it. I would.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm a baby. I can't get out of bed. I need you to bring me my 7-course dinner.
7-course?
I don't know. I just wanted to say a number. 7 was the first one.
Course. There's a pudding course.
Yeah, there is a pudding course. Of course, that's true. Yeah, blood pudding.
Oh, why? Why?
I have to ruin everything. I'm a ruiner of things.
Yeah.
You know what? You get some sort of terrible pudding.
Yeah.
Blood pudding.
No, I'll find a worse one. It's actually just dirt.
It's just dirt mixed with curdled milk.
Oh.
I did put a gummy worm in there, so you think, oh, maybe this is chocolate with Oreos in it.
I was just gonna say.
Nope, it's really dirt.
You shape the dirt like an Oreo.
You know what? I'm gonna go get high quality dirt. This is gonna be like garden quality soil and
fucking Himalayan, fucking like dirt that's like high in nitrous and high in calcium already.
Yeah, imported worms.
Right. You get Hugh Jackman to make a commercial about it.
Oh man, he would.
He'd do it.
Yeah,
he would. And you know what? I would eat it. If you had Hugh Jackman sell it to me, you had me at fucking Hugh Jackman, to be honest with you.
It's terrible, but Wolverine eats it.
It's gotta be good.
It's gotta be good.
Maybe it gets good towards the bottom.
There's a little, little chocolate gold in there. A little gold coin made of chocolate.
Yeah, a little Kinder toy.
Yeah,
it'd be like a little Kinder egg toy that I'll choke on accident. Because I'm basically just an adult-sized baby.
God. Before this gets
how to get up your nose?
I eat it and then I cough and it comes out my nose along with like just years of boogers.
Oh God!
Is that a micro machine?
I haven't seen one of those.
How
since
long's
the
that been
80s.
up there?
Is that a wooden nickel?
What?
Is that a wooden nickel? A wooden nickel?
I don't know.
Why is it soggy?
Because it's been soaking.
It's been soaking.
Carl,
It's waterlogged.
Oh my god. We've gone too far. Let's
We have.
Yeah.
You're right. We
Yeah.
have.
let's wrap up here. Let's tell the folks at home to thank them for joining us and sticking with us through this point.
Yeah. Seriously,
Yeah.
thank you.
I
Yeah.
had to apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Don't stick things up your nose. Don't swallow Kinder toys.
No. Don't
Never
watch-
have a smell of what The Rock is cooking.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
eat dirt.
Yeah. Don't give Chuck Norris any of your money.
Nope. Nope.
Just ignore Jerry Seinfeld.
Yup. Whenever you have a chance, tell little Jimmy that he's not in Judgment Day.
Yeah. And don't step to Kendrick Lamar. Just don't. Leave him alone. Let him do his thing.
Yes.
Just leave him alone because he'll murder you.
Yeah, do not take on fucking Rap World's Batman
No.
because he will beat you to a bloody pulp
Oh, man.
using your own child and or family members to do it.
The secret ones.
Kendrick Lamar is basically he has decided to solely use improvised weapons in D&D.
Yeah. And he's level 20.
And he's level 20.
He's got all the feats he needs.
Yep. Oh, man. Anyway. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz and whatnot. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
And
everybody.
everybody.